Legion, Kane has left for Temple Prime and there's a developing situation in the African Red Zone. Minutes ago, I received a transmission from one of our brothers in the field.
Commander, we are shadowing a GDI Tiberium abatement team, traveling in the same area. What the hell?
Nod Intelligence believes that this new GDI weapon is called a Mammoth Armed Reclamation Vehicle. It is used to eradicate Tiberium and is heavily armored and heavily armed. If we don't stop it, we could very well lose our foothold in Africa. Kane tells me I can trust you. And I want to believe in you, I do, but I have my doubts. Grave doubts. Nevertheless, I will follow orders.
Let's see what these SOCOM ladies are made of.
Incoming transmission. Legion, the Brotherhood has located SOCOM's MARV production facility. Capture it. New construction options. Training.
Welcome back, Commander.
Training.
Somehow, Legion Cabal knows Alexa and is kind of creepy towards her. So I'm glad that the game shows
Construction complete.
us as being creeps as well. Hooray.
Ready for liftoff.
Also, we're back to GDI having a devastating need to build expensive, large platform vehicles that don't make any sense whatsoever.
Ready for liftoff.
We got rid of the Mammoth Mark II for the MARV? Really?
Enemy sighted. Our base is under attack. Intelligence data updated.
Ready for liftoff.
Repairing.
Disappointingly, the MARV is also one of those
Ready for liftoff.
units and objects in a game's lore that really just kind of flops, because you can make something to appear devastatingly awesome and cool in a myriad of ways, but as soon as you interact with it in a game sense, it automatically just
That big?
gets destroyed.
See anything?
Sense of scale aside, it's really just how
See anything?
cutscenes and lore writings from authors that portray them.
We are to build a suitable counter to SOCOM's MARV. We must analyze its wreckage. Destroy the vehicle.
While not necessarily obeying to those same rules in game. And as you can see from the from its behavior, driving around Tiberium collects it, which it automatically generates into cash, which then used to fuel their war.
Don't lose them. Yep.
Our base is under attack.
What is it, power?
Now, thankfully, MARVs don't have any sort of stealth detectors, which is nice, but they're pretty strong. Obviously, once you start getting an actual amount of purifiers and some dedicated air units, you can take it out far easier. And they can crush any unit, I believe. I think other MARVs obviously are not vulnerable to that, but other than an equivalency, yeah, you're kind of boned. Oh, and we're back to avatars. So, no, this isn't specifically and only a retrospective or prequel. I guess technically we're still not at, like, normal time, but, you know, well, I'm sure we'll probably get there. You know, they'll throw something our way. You might also play this and fool yourself into thinking that this mission is incredibly straightforward. Go north, take out the GDI base, capture a building, and you're good to go. And it's not going to be that. Which means that you should absolutely 100% abuse how this mission is built, because, well, if you're playing on the hardest difficulty, you kind of have to break it sometimes.
Training. Enemy units sighted.
See anything? Tracking target. They're not going.
Now, obviously, if I was playing it in a way like Let's Game It Out, and wanted to leave my game running for 30 hours, I could probably fill this entire map with avatars and have them just swiftly win, which would be a little funny at the very least. However, we're obviously not going to do that. Instead, I will try to superpower as many avatars that I do have, destroy this base, capture the construction yard, and build my own tools of destruction.
We will take what is ours.
Under attack.
Destroy. Weapons prime. Everything.
After all, this base is like right next to two semi-large Tiberium fields, and, well, unbeknownst to me, I'm going to have to defend a building, so I might as well capture the area and make sure I can reinforce it with my own defenses.
Another one.
Unit promoted.
Dead.
This fight's ready.
Unit under attack.
Honestly, this just kind of reminds me of how much I have a problem with the Avatar. Because I'm here spending a lot of time and a lot of money on building all these extra units, and I'm just going to sacrifice a bunch to avatars. Which just means that, like, the avatar needs to have bonuses that can be gotten there, that should probably just start with certain bonuses. Make it an upgrade that you can, you know, pay a ridiculous amount of money for, and, you know, have it play out that way, instead of making me buy tons and tons of units. I know it's also a little hard for it to be represented because, well, this is a game after all, and you do have certain limitations, whether it's polygon count or, you know, number of entities in game at one time. But I do always find it a shame that avatars are only really visibly visible to have an upgrade when we're talking about the flamethrower.
Nod central server. Defend the MARV production facility until upload complete.
Everything else is just, I don't know, I just don't really notice it all that much.
Patrol craft.
I don't even want to know why there's like
Closing in on them.
17 hammerheads that are just floating over a building right now.
What is it? Yep. Confirmed. We're trained right on them. Alright. Coordinates set. Get them down.
Thankfully, I was paying attention, and by that I mean the AI seems to have bugged out and didn't want to actually shoot the Reclamator hub. Or MARV hub, whatever.
Operational.
Upgrade complete. Cannot deploy here.
Also, the other bonus of getting the construction yard is building defenses twice as fast. But the, you know, small favors, I guess. As you can imagine, having, you know, 17 avatars or whatever, I'm not really hurting for ground defenses, especially since I only have to defend one building. It's more the air units that will come in. The avatars pose no actual defense against those, so you need something there to, you know, defend. And this is kind of where having, well, no vision on the sides really kind of makes it painful for you, because, well, you can't intercept the production facilities, so you really have to contend with actual units. And in certain cases, you just end up having your harvesters die a lot. Sometimes it's almost like having an invisible harvester that can't shoot back or do anything, you know, important is a real downside.
Repairing. Establishing radio uplink.
Nod's Science Division has completed its analysis of the MARV wreckage and has come up with an appropriate counter, the Redeemer. Blueprints have been transmitted to your databanks. We must commence field trials immediately. Kane is watching. Do not fail him.
Our base is under attack. Incoming transmission. Legion, we are ready to strike back. First, construct a Redeemer engineering facility.
We're trained right on them. We have them on radar.
So, unfortunately, it's not about developing a way to destroy the prototype facility, maybe hijack it, and thereby forcing the production to be canceled because having a weapon that could be captured by Nod is too dangerous, etc., etc. We just build our own MARV-type vehicle.
Under attack.
Now, obviously, it's not the same thing, so, you know, at least there's some difference. But, yeah. The one benefit, I guess, is getting the Redeemer facility. It does act as a war factory, so, you know, that's nice, I guess. Now, it is a significant expenditure, so you have to invest a lot in actually getting it, which isn't necessarily good anyways. And it has one unique ability, which obviously is different from the MARV, which is dubious in its usefulness, but, you know.
Unit under attack.
There's also, unfortunately, a lot of dead space on this map.
Unit lost.
So, while it would be nice to explore, you don't... You kind of have to think about doing it rather than it happens naturally. Like, specifically the northeast, well, actually all corners really seem to have something that could be interesting in them, or otherwise, but yeah, it just never really amounts to anything.
Unit promoted. Repairing. Unit under attack.
Engage. Finally. Avatar ready.
Insufficient funds.
Clean it up. Avatar ready.
Yeah, it's a little hard to stand up to avatars when there's at least 25 of them, and they just kind of wreck.
Unit promoted. Bonus objective complete.
Operational.
It's also a little disappointing because, well, the MARVs can't be captured or reclaimed like with other models, or the Avatar, or like a Juggernaut. And now that I think about it, it's a little bit of a shame that a Mammoth tank isn't something that can be reclaimed like a Juggernaut. But I guess at a certain point, maybe that makes them too abusive or something. Hey, it's the top of the USS Philadelphia. Somehow that landed here. Alright, cool. I mean, I guess I don't doubt that it's possible, but it's just kind of random, I guess. And you can easily beat this level without building your own, your Redeemer or Reclaimer or whatever, so you need to build it, so you can't get away with that.
Now we're playing with power.
I move.
Intelligence data updated.
Avatar ready.
Incoming transmission.
Count to 10. Operation engaged.
Mission accomplished.
And the Redeemer's weird, but we'll get into it later.